Yay. Okay, recorded.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be on here on a Monday night. For those of you that don't know who I am, I will start that off. I am Stefani Dunn, #1 earner of the company, and been with them for 10 years. So some of you may not know that. I've heard some say, I don't even know your story recently. So I feel like my story, has changed a little bit. But first, I just want to say I'm so thankful for each of you getting on, and for those that are getting on the recorded, we're thankful for you too. I mean, it is Thanksgiving, so lots to be thankful for. So our story is definitely shifted and changed over the 10 years, that's for sure. God likes to show me things all the time that I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't what my plan was. So, this last month has been very different for me. And a lot of the things is I want to talk to you about mindset and how do I still build this business going through health issues and everything else that I'm going through, because let's face it, we're all going to have hard times in life and we get a choice of what we get to do. And, I'm constantly reminded with It Works that we have two options. We can choose to push through, help people, or we can choose to go, this isn't working, I quit, I don't have an upline. There's two sides to everything. And I was recently just read something. I feel like in the airport, and this is such a good story. And I wanted to share that with you guys tonight before I got started and got into giving you guys some, because y'all always want to know the secrets and the tips that are working for a recruiter. So once we get Tonya on here, you guys are going to love her. But I want to read this story. There she is. Okay, we got her on. But let me put my glasses on because you guys know I'm 45, so I need bifocals, right?
And let me just preface this. This is such an old story.
It is.
If you've heard it before, raise your hand. But this is such an amazing story. It'll blow your mind.
So it's always just a good reminder. I think especially when we're going through this season, and I'll explain that a little bit, but it's the story of the two wolves, and it's a Cherokee proverb. So if you have heard it, it's short, but an old Cherokee told his grandson, "My son, there's a battle between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is angry, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego." This is why I have Joel to help me. "The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, generosity, empathy, and truth." The grandson thought about this for a minute and then asked the grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." And so that's just kind of a quick version. And so it just reminded me to go, what are we going to feed? Is mindset really important? And I think it really is always important, because we have, again, two choices, right? Which path do we want to go? So as we're preparing for the new year, especially knowing what are we thankful for? What have we learned if you've been in for a while from this business, and what do you want to do different or better? And that's something that I'm really looking at. I can say, well, I feel like I failed as a leader because I feel like, God, people should know this. Or I Google things. I don't really ask. I just go and search it out. So we're always having a battle, right? And so this is something that when we are in this, when we focus on it, it works. And I love this because I had a conversation with Tonya today. And she, we're like, what should we talk about with this Zoom? Because she's just full of energy and just like, this is the way that it is. So I'm excited to get her on and really talk about what is It Works? Does it work? And some simple, tips and great things on how we can talk to people and get customers and distributors and upsell, especially through these Black Friday sales, guys. Like, that's such a big deal. We really want to do that. And I know Pam's going to be on the Zoom or on her live, really having a few people share about that. Before I pulled Tonya on here, I'm going to go back to a few basics that we always just need to refresh, and even for myself. But if you feel like you haven't been getting interaction, especially in social, it's always constantly going to be changing. Do not panic, right? people watch you. And I think that's just something that I've always like, is anybody out there? Do you see my posts? You know, what's going on? So I still post in life. People want to see you. They want to cheer you on. They want to be on your side. And I'm seeing that just through going through my health stuff. People are supportive. That's people that are in It Works and people that aren't part of It Works. And so what's going on in your life, be vulnerable and open that up so that you're sharing your life on there. Still throw in your It Works stuff, but ignore likes and comments on things. I think that's such an important thing that if you're a new distributor, we start to freak out, but this is some things to get interaction going.
It's such an important piece, the whole ignoring the likes part, that Instagram is actually officially going to be going away from like counts starting next year. They've already started doing it with a couple major accounts, and they've also done it in entire countries. So what you'll see is you'll see a couple names that say, hey, they liked it, but you don't see 3,000 likes or 15 likes or 20. You just see the first 3 people that like it, and it says more people liked it after that. So get used to the fact that likes aren't a way to show engagement anymore.
Yeah. And we watch this, you guys, every week and try to update and share some things like that. Joel's so good with that. So I just wanted to make sure that you're still posting and sharing your life, especially right now with Thanksgiving. People want to see what are you having for dinner? Where are you going? That kind of stuff.
Are you taking your carb control?
So, not always products, but I always have products and about my business always in my stories. So if you haven't really worked Instagram stories, Facebook stories, make sure you learn about that. And we have previous Zooms that teach you that and on Team Page. Second, post things that people will get interaction with. We know that you can Google this kind of stuff, but do you do Elf on the Shelf? Christmas is coming, December 1st, people start getting that elf out. Even if you don't have kids, it's a great interactive post, but think of some things that you can get interaction with Facebook. That way you can see who's watching you. Stories, if you're not doing stories, do it, because when you post a story, people are really watching that and you can see and follow up with those names. Birthdays, always go through your birthdays list. If you don't know where to start, what a great thing. And to go and do a gift, because if you give a gift, they're like, who is this person? I need to go look at them. So there's some interaction there. And those are just some basics. I just wanted to refresh and feel like, hey, I feel like you do sometimes, and go, where's everybody at? But it's holidays. People are in with their family. So remember that. But as they're looking, they're coming back to the person that's loud, very loud. So we want that. And then, of course, that way you have follow-ups, people that have interacted to go back through. So those were just some kind of like housekeeping things that I really wanted to refresh. I've been gone for a couple weeks. So some of you know that I moved to Florida part-time, had a rough weekend, I'm not going to lie. Yes, Katrina is so excited. We're talking about doing pop-ups and stuff. Yes, all my Southern girls, you're going to get me for a little bit. But, life happens to me too. And I'm just constantly reminded that I have a choice, and how do I help people? It makes me feel better. But I do appreciate you guys understanding sometimes she's not as active as she is, but it might be because I'm not showing that downtime that I have, just because I need a little bit of a break, but I appreciate y'all. Okay, so we're going to bring on Tonya because I'm super excited to have her she's going to give you a little background, and then we'll get right into it. But we were talking like, this is like go time, it's coming into the big season. Again, I want your mind right. We always know people that have been in leaders, you tell them in the comments, like, you've seen what your business can do through January, February, March. Are we going to be ready? Are you going to be excited about it? So that's just super excited. And if you guys have questions, I'll kind of have Joel look at things and respond to that. All right, Tanya's unmuted. So Tonya, let everybody know who you are, a little bit of your story, if you have kids, where you're from, and then we'll get going.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me on. And guys, no, I do not have anything planned to talk about at all. So
I'll ask questions. You're good.
Just bear with us. But again, my name is Tonya. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I will be the first to admit that I absolutely love network marketing. Okay. I know that we're the weird people on social media, and sometimes people try to hide us, mute us, and run away from us. But I just think it's so important that we continue to be loud about what we do. I mean, if we went to grad school and we got that BA or whatever, we would definitely be sharing that with other people. And that's the one thing that we have our hands on, like a real true career. So for me, I think getting over that first hump of knowing that what we have our hands on is something really real, I think it'll take us so much further, because when we can silence the chatter of what everyone else's opinion about of the choices that we make in our lives, we can definitely start to focus and get our mindsets right. So that's the first thing that I definitely want to talk about, as far as being able to really literally laser in, focus on what your goals is. And what I realize a lot of times is some of us have not decided exactly what our goals are. Okay. And I know you guys, being a part of Stefani and Joel's team, you have definitely heard write your goals down a million and million times over and over again. But I know for me, it really took me a while to actually get it, you know, somewhere that I could see those goals, because they really are important. So being a part of a company like It Works, I think we say, okay, well, I want to be ambassador. But I think it's really important for us to kind of break it down into bite-sized pieces. So sometimes it kind of scares us, because you see people like Stefani and Joe, they work so hard and we're like, oh my God, there's no way I could do what they do. And it kind of blindsides us and kind of makes us get back in a box. And Katrina says my last name. On social media, I'm Tonya Alexander, but you know, It Works is a real business. So they're like, we need what the ID say. Okay. So it has my maiden name, Tonya Gardner, but I definitely go by Tonya Alexander. So that is my
I got to change that in my phone, because I do have that. Because that's, yeah, I'm changing that tonight.
So, and I don't mind sharing this. I was one of the crazy people. So if you were a person like me and you're on here, we're probably cousins. Okay. I was one of the crazy people that like fell and bumped my head and actually left this amazing company. So I am definitely back. I was missing it. There's a lot of things that I could tell you guys that I missed about this opportunity. I missed just being Tonya, who I was. One thing about It Works that I can share, like, there's nothing else out there. I feel like I went all around the globe just to come back to where I could naturally be myself. Okay. No, corporate is not calling me, telling me what to say, what I can't say, how to feel, how I can't feel, how I can't share what I'm feeling with other people. I can literally be authentically me with this company. And in this industry, we do call it network marketing, but it's truly relationship marketing. And you can't build relationships with people if you're not being yourself. People don't know what mask you have on that day. So it makes it so hard to truly build a business. So with this, if I'm silly, I'm naturally silly. I like hats. I like makeup. I like all of those type of things when it comes to It Works. And I really do, care about my health. All right. So sometimes I get to allow people to see me fall off the wagon. Like for a whole week, I was in Mexico and I didn't have my keto coffee. So, people didn't see me share that in my stories. And I literally had people message me like, did you make your weight loss goal? I don't see you drinking your coffee. I'm like, no, I'm across the country. I'm going to get back to it. Okay.
So what a perfect thing to say. You're human. That's what people want to know. Hey, I fell off the wagon, but you know what? I know what I need to do to get back on track. Like, that's perfect.
Right. Because it's like those little packets, they're valuable to me. And I was not going to risk customs making me throw them in the garbage. So I was like, you know what? No, I am not throwing my packets of keto coffee away. So I'll just put it on the back burner. I'll be back at it. And I drank my coffee first thing this morning. Super excited about that. So like Stefani was sharing, definitely stories. Stories are great. But I don't want people to like hide behind stories, because believe it or not, you still have tons of friends, thousands of friends that don't even know stories exist yet. Right. So we have the best of both worlds by sharing it on the timeline, sharing things on on our stories, but just sharing you and what you do. If you're not a keto coffee drinker, then that's probably not something you're going to share. But if you want your hair to go in a bun and you need to grow it out, that's something you may want to talk about a little more. And what makes it so simple is these things are things that we do on a daily basis, but we forget to share it. Guys, I see Keisha's on here, and I always pick on Keisha on Zoom because she is always living out her passion every single day, and she does not mind sharing that. She, guys, if you look, she's sewing right now. That's what she does. She sews those cute little headbands that she has on, and everybody on social media knows it because she doesn't hide behind her, in her house. She shares with her audience who Keisha is, and that's just what I found to be the most simplest way to kind of grow our business. So number one, we just got to have the mindset, like Stephanie said, that we can do it. Everybody can do it because you can be you.
I think, I wrote this down too. You're never going to feel ready. And I think that's what people think. They wait for their kit thinking, I'm going to be ready when my kit arrives. Then they open their kit and they're like, I'm not ready. I don't know about the product. I don't know what to post. And so
I got to go on 800 Zooms, 32 YouTubes.
I'm going to wait until I get results from my product. There's always something that is going to battle, like the wolf story. You're always going to battle something. So the one that puts it out there, that just starts, is going to be the one that has the most success. And here's why. You have a team of people to help you answer those questions. So don't be like, oh my gosh, somebody wants this, I don't know what to do, and send them a message. So some of you do that, right? You're new, or you haven't been on social and you're like, oh, I didn't catch it to message them back. Just say, hey, I was busy, or message your upline or your team page and just say, hey, does anybody have a good response to this? Like, we're always going to be here. So don't feel like you're alone. We don't want you to feel isolated, So make sure, like Tonya said, be you. Are you excited about this? Why did you join? Is it for $100? Is it for free product? Like, I wanted free product and to get skinny, and maybe $1,000. I was like, maybe, because I wasn't sure this, networking was really going to work again. But, it's the products work. They're affordable. And I just started sharing. So make sure that you are out there sharing. What's your goal? If you didn't hit your goal, make another goal. It's not going to go away. You just got to push and go, what can I do different to get there? And
something right on that is, if you make your goals public, you are almost 90% more likely to hit them than people who don't. Mm-hmm. And the reason why, Tonya just said it. She said she has a goal for her health in mind. She put it out there. People know it.
So, she wasn't drinking her coffee. They're making her like, hey, exactly.
Girl. You almost have instant accountability at that point, because you have two camps. You've got the hater camp and you got your cheer camp. You're going to have your hater camp telling you that you can't do it, but then you're going to have those people that are cheering you on, like Tonya did, saying, hey, I saw you weren't doing anything. How's it going? They were trying to check in and say, hey, you said you were going to do this. We're rooting for you. And that's the best thing, and it's the best feeling you can have.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Yeah, that is so true.
It's that. So I just wanted to, that was such a good alignment, Tonya, because I just kind of wrote that down. But, it's like, where do you start? Just start. I think that's such a key thing is, maybe you don't have your product yet, but you're like, where do I start? Who would you be excited to have on your team? Is there a friend? Is it a sister? Where is it that you can start and make that list? And then we're going to want to message them. And I think that too is a lot of things. People are like, I don't know what to message. You can voice message and be like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm super excited about this. I was on a Zoom and these people are crazy. They're excited. They're talking about, making money and their goals. And I want you to be part of this. Are you in? Because I'm going for it. It's a new year. And sometimes
that's exactly what Steph did for 4 weeks when we first got started.
And I still do that, you guys. Like, I'm just excited. I see it every year. And as I'm talking to people, I talked to somebody for an hour today. Now, I'll tell you her age. She was 47. So old school, we like to talk on the phone. We don't like to text. So I love that because we built a relationship, and it's just, she had to go back into work, lash artist. I told her how she could incorporate this. What a great thing. You know, they've got their client down getting lashes for over an hour sometimes. How can she make more money if she can't offer product or another service that she could just put the wrap on, make some cash, have them sample the collagen so they could buy that, talk about hair, skin, and nails. So how can we add more revenue to businesses when they don't have more time? So think about that. Ask a question on Facebook or Instagram. Who do you know that does lashes that I need to know? I mean, there's a great way to find someone, and now all of a sudden you can go message them and say, I would love to do a pop-up and collaborate with you and give your customers some, you know, special treatment and test some of these amazing products. I just know that they would love that. So lots of ways that we can be creative and really get your business out there. And I think, again, it's scary, but how bad do you want it? And it's a choice again. What a great time of the year to get into people's businesses, to really work back and forth. You're going to be tagging them and sharing where you're going to be on Facebook, so that now these people that you're local to know where to go get their lashes done, their hair done, the gym, whatever it is. So that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, I want to see as many people as I can and prepare for that. So Tonya, we talked about this with the BOGOs today. You know, we love hair, skin, and nails is such a big one. But we also noticed the BV isn't as high as we'd like. And we want you guys to maximize and get the most money. So here I am, I'm talking, and I'm like, and Tanya's like, we need this many customers to get a $400. Like, she's going to go emerald. It'll probably pop tomorrow. Again, she came back. So I already said she's a VIP because she is like, I'm in. She is a leader, a natural leader. So she'll be diamond in no time, double, I'm sure, at conference. So that's kind of her goals. But, you know, as we're talking about this, maximizing, how can we get the most, utilize our time talking to customers and getting BV? You guys, the beauty pack, right, Tonya? Talk about, you know, the hair, skin, and nails and how you're going to upsell.
Right. So most of the time when people want to grow out their hair, it's always skincare as well. And we can talk about that. Sometimes people don't think about it. But that Beauty Works pack, you're getting the hair, skin, and nail, and you're getting the skincare system. That's a powerful set. You know, you don't have to buy it individual piece. You can if you want to. But I don't know, a lot of women, they like little gift boxes. They like something that comes together because they want it to look cute and things like that. I couldn't believe when I was on the family call Sunday night that Mark them announced that it's going to be on BOGO. That's like they're really giving it to us for free. So I think that we would literally be doing people a disservice if we didn't tell them that they could get the Beauty Works set, buy one, get one free. I mean, it's $139, but you're getting two of them, okay? Now, we know some people are going to probably want to keep both sets for themselves, but if they have a household like mine with teenage daughter in here that is always in their stuff, that's the perfect set for somebody, you know, for Christmas. And the volume, you'll get, you know, I think 70 in volume for it. So it's really going to be a game changer. I think sometimes we get hung up in the volume not being what it normally would be. But if you think about you getting a customer now and you're giving them something up front, which it works is taking the step first. They're saying, we'll go first. You know, if you'll talk, we'll go first. And they're literally giving these products away to people. But you have to also consider month 2 and month 3 when those customers auto shipment runs. You know, I also think we kind of mess up by thinking of people as only a 3-month customer, because they'll be around as long as we're around. You know, we can't just sign a customer and pick them up, drop them off and forget about it. Like, we want to make sure that they are reaching their goals too. So in the conversation piece, we should know what their goal is. Like, is your goal to clear your skin? So we may want to say, hey, send me an updated picture. I'm excited to see what you got going on over there. We got to kind of stay involved in the process, because we all know that we will window shop, we will buy things, and they will sit on our kitchen counter and we'll never open them. So if that's one of our customers, we have to take responsibility and say that's our fault because we never even checked on them to kind of remind them to even care about the results that they may be getting. So definitely that beauty work system. I have a lot of people that responded to my hair, skin, and nail post a couple of weeks ago that, you know, some got started, a lot didn't, but those are potentials that I'm going to say, well, I know you were interested in the hair, skin, and nails, but you can get this entire bundle and you're going to get 2 of them for the price of 1. So definitely take advantage of the BOGOs that's out there. I don't know about some of you guys. I definitely know Stephanie and Joe are talking to people. I would be talking to people now. Like I started reaching out to people last night and getting people lined up and ready to hit the buy button on Wednesday. Okay. Also, one thing I wanted to mention about this month, hopefully everyone has thought about it, but this is a rare month. This November in 2019, we actually got 5 weeks. So what that 5th week is that free paycheck period. Okay. And it just happens to fall right there with our Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday deals. So trust me, people have extra money that they're going to be willing to spend this last paycheck of November, and they're going to spend it somewhere. So we got to make sure that we're not leaving our potentials out there like stray animals, and we're, you know, still talking to them. We're excited about the Black Friday sales. I can tell you now, if you're not excited, they're not going to be excited at all about it. So, I mean, we got to make this thing like it is the best thing. These people are, you better get in line, you know, like, do you want it or not? And it just makes people make decisions. So I'm definitely excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely getting my beauty works for myself.
I know, it's great. They're thinking of it like, get yourself a present and don't feel guilty because you can give one away.
Yeah, it's not buy one, get one. It's buy one, give one. That's the whole thought process.
I'm thinking about it, though. Thinking about it, give one.
Buy 2, give them 2 to myself.
Yeah, I love what she said about keeping those customers longer. I think sometimes we do think, oh gosh, they're ordering. I did a hair, skin, and nails post, and then bam, they're in, and then on to the next. But what I love is and I haven't talked about this in a while, follow up, the 2-2-2 rule, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. It's a great way to just kind of keep things in line of how often should I follow up? Our shipping is so quick, guys, usually in 2 days. It's pretty good. If it hasn't, check on them again in 2 more days to make sure they got the product. Did they taste it? Do they have it? How are they feeling? Can you write me a review after that week? So if you put in a customer today on the 25th, you know, in a week, text them back and say, how are you doing? What are you feeling? To get a review on that text message so you can start putting them on your stories, on your posting. People love to see reviews. That's something my 21-year-old daughter just loves. She reads all the reviews. And so more reviews that we can get, the better, right? So that's what we want. So 2, 2, and 2. I think there's you can't ever follow up too much. That's just something that, you know, I'm constantly so good at that. Not always do I get people on my first conversation. It's multiple times of me following up. Hey, I know we've talked before. We're coming into the busy time. Oh, I know you wanted this product. It's on BOGO now. In your search tab, you know, in your Facebook, make sure you search BOGO, Thermal Fight, whatever the products are, hair, skin, and nails, search that. Even if you were a past distributor years ago, you might have talked about one of these products. It pulls conversation and you can be like, oh my gosh, I'm back. I'm so excited. We've updated the hair, skin, and nails. It's double the biotin. We've added keratin. People are getting even better results. So that's what I'm currently doing, is going in that search tab and seeing who have I talked to about those or BOGOs. The other thing that you want to do is, you all know people want to lose weight. That's number one resolution, and make money. We are the perfect company for that, right? So as I'm talking to them about being a customer, I'm letting them know, hey, this is perfect timing to come into the business, and letting them know that if you don't offer it, somebody may join with somebody that did offer it. So worst case, they're going to be a customer for you. But if you're following up 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, you're going to have a touch point of how they're doing. Oh my gosh, your results are amazing. You know, you could upgrade to a distributor and actually make money from talking about these products. So don't forget about those. Do you have anything else on that, Tonya, that, you know, the follow-up system? Do you have a different follow-up?
Nope, that's what I definitely follow up every 2 weeks. 2 weeks, then I normally go like a month, and I try to keep up with them at least once a month. That's something that I definitely had to build a habit, because I was awful when it came to, you know, following up, and I had to look at my business and say, where am I dropping the ball at? And, you know, when you build that customer base, what we don't realize is when they do release something like a BOGO, we don't always have to go out and find brand new customers, because we have customers in the system, customers that are already using the products, that are already in love with the products. So we can go to them first and then go to follow up, but they're not going to want to hear from us if it's their first time hearing from us since they signed up as a customer. And they're like, I'm not buying anything else from her. So, you know, we got to make sure that we are not leaving any stones unturned. And definitely, I was the most unorganized person in the world. So if I could try to get myself organized to where I could keep up with my customers, It Works makes it super simple. We got the Connect app now, which is amazing. I'm just so, y'all had the good stuff over here while I was running around the world with my head just crazy. Because we didn't have the Connect app the first time around, you know, with It Works. And if you're not using it, guys, just trying to take the night and figure out what that app is about and how you could utilize it, because it's definitely a gold mine.
Yeah.
It helps us really, really build our business in a great way. So
yeah, so we didn't even talk about that. That's just another great way to put in your customers to follow through as they're going in, to send them out. Hey, did you see the BOGO? It Works does a great job of letting them know, but we also want to be the one texting them, letting them know. So like Tonya said, make sure you're going on the It Works Connect. You know, I click on things. You're not going to break it. I'm not a techie person, but if I'm not breaking it, you're not going to break it. So it's just getting used to, like she said, what is your system? How does it work for you? Everybody's a little bit different. And so that's one of the ways to utilize it. But also, you know, for me, like files, you know, writing it down on a calendar. When did they join with their date? If it's on your chart, that's another great way to have, you know, when did they join? Put them on their chart with the date that they joined, so that you can keep track and letting them know, hey, I want to help you with those customers. Do you need me to be on a 3-way message or a call? I know Tonya's great about getting me on 3-way calls too. So I think make sure that you guys are utilizing that, you know, even leaders, if you're like, I'm feeling like I need a little extra, you know, we're always here to try to help you guys seal that a little bit. But for me, if I get a customer and it's the month of November, they're in a file for November. LC customers are in a November file, and then December or distributors files too. And that can just be written on a piece of paper. I used to do it with loyal customer distributor forms and filed them. And I have years of that. So just think of how many things that I can just quick pull out. Oh, November, they were a distributor 5 years ago, and just let them know of all the new things. It's a little bit easier for me to do it that way. You know, I might not have as money as going through my whole It Works team. Like that's crazy to see our downline. I'm like, I don't even know where to go. So these are just my personals that, hey, life might have happened. Did you know we updated the chart and the comp plan? And so many new products, you guys. It's so different, and they've been just created so well. Do you have anything on that?
And more products coming on Monday.
I know. I'm dying. I'm dying. I don't even know what it is. So it's driving me crazy. Like I'm like, okay, what is
no
it?
Black Diamond Secrets here today, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I got nothing. I don't even have a hint. Like nothing. They're probably like, we give them too many dang hints. You guys open your mouth too quickly. We can't give you any more. But that's such a great way to do that. Now, what about distributors? Do you talk to them right away? Like, what's kind of your plan for distributors?
Well, for me, I do talk to distributors right away, but I have a particular number of customers that I want to reach out to and potential distributors. So most of the time, like at least once or twice a week, I post about something that attracts for distributors. And then I'm going to post, you know, in my stories and really just share me using the products a lot to get customers all the time. There's a lot of times that you know, I will just go straight for the distributor. It's a lot simpler sometimes if you get them on as a customer because the belief system is there. But then when you know that you have people that just really want to be able to make some money, that can believe in something. I believe in running a results-driven business. So for one, if I don't have people that have some personal health goals, then I don't really think they're a great fit for me. Only because that doesn't mean they're not a good fit for It Works, but I just believe that's the best way to, you know, run a results-driven business is definitely using the products, you know, not people that want to know how to make money without investing any, because it's really like a no risk investment. Like this, I don't even consider this an investment. Like we go to Sephora and just throw this money away that It Works is requiring.
My
so
gosh, I'm always like, oh, you're a Rouge customer. I'm like, yeah, I know. Every year I have no problem hitting that. Like,
exactly.
I don't even wear a ton of makeup. Yeah, it's crazy. And you girls heard that. You hear me constantly talking about results. And so, you know, again, if you're just like, God, I don't know where to start. What do I do? Get your results. Commit to yourself. Commit to going, I'm going to put it out there. This is my goal this week. I'm going to drink this skinny keto coffee that people have been talking about and get results. And results doesn't always mean weight loss. It can mean you've got increased energy. So make sure that you're doing that. People want to hear that kind of stuff. What is your honest review? Showing, you know, even if it's a week and you're like, this shirt was a little tight last week, like, look at me now. Like, people just want to know that. So I agree, results, that's what did it for us. Like, we're constantly getting results from it. So it's a good thing, and it's life, right? You off a coffee for a week, but you know what to do to get back on track, but you got to use the product. And that's where I know that I'm going to get a little bit better with following up with the customers and make sure they're using it to get more reviews. I know there's times where I'm really good at it. And then there's times I'm like, man, I fell off and I haven't been asking, hey, how are you liking that product? So a great time of year to reevaluate really what do you want and knowing how are we going to get that and working around it. So we talked a lot about pop-up shops last week. Pam did that. I was like, dang it. She heard me talking about it, you guys, at her house, and she went ahead and was doing the Zoom. I was like, no, like what? Like, she should have told me she was going to do that. So that's why we didn't do the Zoom last week. I was like, I wanted you to hear from those girls because it was such a great mix of different people. So you can go back on Pam's page from last week and go watch that live if you didn't on pop-ups. But there's so many ways. And it's just hearing Tonya's excitement and knowing she left, you guys, and she came back. And she is being upfront with people and honest about it. And it's okay. You know what? It happens, but she loves what she's doing here. And what a great story. Sometimes I feel like, man, like I want that story.
Well, and a lot of times too, reach out to those people that you know left. Because sometimes they're afraid to come back because they don't feel like they'll be accepted back. Mm-hmm. And you always have an open door policy. As long as somebody left and did awesome, man, welcome them back in with open arms, because there is no place out there like this. Trust us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. I think you're going to see, actually, I know you're going to see a lot more of it, and people are going to be a lot louder, which makes me excited. And who are they going to be with? Are they going to be with you? And that's what we want. So again, great time to evaluate. If you've been in for a while and you have a team of people, go back to them. If you were in before, you know, why not reach out to those people? Things are different, and you know that. So anything else that you had, I'm just looking at the time, Tonya, that you're like, I really want to say this.
I just want to kind of piggyback off of when you was talking about the products. I think a lot of times people think, well, I don't need to grow my hair, or I don't want to grow my hair, and I don't need to lose weight or want to lose weight. I don't know how many of you like literally drink greens on a regular basis, but the greens are a product that you don't have to have like a huge goal. My daughter has the worst cycles on a monthly basis ever. And when she's drinking her greens, that's not an issue. I mean, the first 2 days when she was in high school, she couldn't go to school. If it happened while she was at school, they had to let her go to the nurse's office. I pick her up, and the greens have relieved her from that. When she has a rough month, she hasn't been drinking her greens. Another thing, one of my aunts, she has bad headaches, and drinking the greens relieves her headaches. So it's a lot of things that greens do for people. So a lot of times people need to see that, just something just that simple, because it's not just about, losing weight. It's not just about tightening, toning your skin, clearing up your skin, growing your hair. I mean, we have a nutritional system of, great products in the nutrition line. So there's something for everybody. That's all I wanted to add.
Yeah. So find something. So make that decision to really find it and share about it daily, especially stories and on your posts. If you feel like, again, nobody's watching, they are, I promise you, like people are watching, like it's crazy.
Something that Tonya said that was super awesome, and I don't know if anybody caught it, is what if you don't want to? Like if you don't want to grow your hair or you don't need to lose weight. Okay, well, that's very you focused. There's 2 billion people out there that are not you that may be. So make sure that you are having a large conversation about everything that we have available, even if it isn't for you. One of the things that I've always said, just in general with sales, is sales really truly isn't about you. It's about the customer. Leadership isn't about us. It's about serving you guys on the team. So once you realize that maybe if it's not because you don't want to grow your hair out, guess what? I can tell you by ads that you see out there popping up in your timeline all the time, people want to grow hair. People want to use makeup. People want to use skincare. People want weight loss. Even if it isn't you, there's people out there that want to buy it. They should be buying it from you.
Yeah. And you guys, we just uploaded a ton more pictures on Pinterest and the It Works Pinterest. Make sure you go check that out because they're clean, good before and after pictures of every age, background, size. It does not matter.
Perfect example. Noelle just basically said, yes, I'm vegan and I share about our keto coffee because she knows that it's amazing for other people. Even though she may not personally take it, she knows what it can do for other people that aren't choosing the same lifestyle as she is.
Yep. So that's, something that we all just need to refocus, regroup. What do we want? If you haven't hit a goal, this has been one of your most downloaded podcasts was, what was the title of that? The goal when you just posted, I haven't hit my goal. Now what?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to know the title. What is it called?
Let me get the exact title for you. I'll copy it down to the bottom for everybody.
Okay. So basically this is one of Joel's.
Bouncing back from missed goals.
Yeah. So every month we should evaluate. Do you have a goal? And if you don't hit it, it's okay, but you had a goal and what can we do different? Maybe you didn't post as much as you wanted. And I think we're so hard to beat ourselves up that we forget about the wins that we did do that month. So, as we're closing this month out, what a great week to look back and go, gosh, I didn't send out as many messages as I wanted. I didn't add as many people to my Facebook or Instagram. That's kind of like going backwards, like thinking, poor me, I might as well quit. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I just give up. Or, I have the ability right now with all these BOGOs to go past the goal of, messaging 100 people or whatever that was. So that's how I think. So a lot of you always want to know, Stefani, how do you think? What are you doing as a leader to keep you so focused? I don't look at things like it's the worst case. I look at it, how can I do better? And that's what I want you guys to know is we're constantly learning. I am far from being a perfect leader. But what I know is we have a choice. And as long as we're growing and we're willing to learn, people are going to respect that, right? And so I hope you guys respect me because I respect your feedback always like, hey, I'd love to see this. Like, awesome. Like that. I want to hear feedback. And so these are just some recent things that have really come up to me is, how do you think? Well, I had a goal this month of 10 distributors. I haven't hit that. And it stresses me out because I'm so goal driven. Maybe you're not goal driven. Maybe you're help driven. And you can flip it on and go, I wanted to help 10 people or whatever it is this month get on hair, skin, and nails. I haven't hit that yet. Maybe you need to reach out. Maybe you need to grow your network. Like, let's take a look. Maybe it's getting face to face. But there's always things that are working because I see it constantly in our team that there's people that are just putting customers and distributors in left and right. And then there's people that feel like nothing's working. It's working. It's where are we working? Where do we need to shift and just evaluate? And so that's been a huge thing.
Well, and something on that too is it's planting. You don't just put a seed in the ground and instantly a tree pops up.
Oh, wait, it doesn't?
No.
Like, I think that's what we all think. Exactly. I'm going to get 100 messages out, and then bam, I'm going to get 100 customers. See, Tanya's all excited. She's like just ready to go. But I think you got to know how many people to message before you'll hit that goal sometimes. So if it takes 200 messages to get 20 customers, is that worth it? And it's the favor. Hey, can I ask you a favor? So they do a host to post. It's just learning. The more that you do it, the more that it just is easy, and it's not like crazy 24-hour work. So making sure that you're focused on that goal. What is it for this BOGO? How many customers do you want? Make it about that. Do you know exactly what BV you need to hit, if it's brand new, 400, 500 club? Do you know exactly what you need to go Ruby? Write those out and let us know if you need help with that. So those are some things that I'm just doing right now, evaluating, because we can't always rely on our team. But what I can do is I can do what I can do. And so if we have that attitude, like, man, I promoted this year and everybody quit. Did you do the work? I think sometimes we think about that. Like, sometimes we can get to Diamond, but we were the ones enrolling distributors and customers. Maybe a couple people helped out a little bit, but did they develop? Do they work as hard as you? You can't be mad if the team falls apart if you were the one doing all the work. So those are some conversations I've had. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It meant that those people were in your business for a season, but why not go back to them and say, hey, I didn't give you the time to develop. Are you back? Do you want to go back in this? We're coming into the busy time of the year, and I really want to help you grow and become that leader that I see in you. Does that make sense to you guys? And, you know, there's times of the year that I just know I have a little more time to go back, because in a few months, we're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And, you know, it's just the way that this business goes. And so we want to make sure that they're involved and learning and growing as much as they can now to prepare for what's coming. So the ones that are showing up now are the ones that are going to reap the benefits of what January, February, March, April, those beginning months are. And then I think this year we've learned some things that I'm going to implement a little bit different for 2020. And I'm excited to roll out some things. And Tonya prompted me to do this, which I love, doing opportunity calls a couple times a week. We're going to see how that goes. Just bringing on all different backgrounds so that people can just listen in. Because I think, you know, Tonya, you are so good at like just sharing and being real. And that's what people want to see. And if we're afraid to talk to somebody personally on our Facebook, it's like, hey, I have an opportunity for you. You popped in my mind. I have this opportunity call. It's going to be a 15, 20 minutes. You want to just hop on. You can ask questions or you can just watch. But that takes the pressure off of you. And I think that's just another element that is going to kind of help us. And we may go to every night. We're just going to see. I think through the holidays, even a couple times a week is really going to help, just because we'll be busy. But we want to be the face that they're seeing and following up with. They watched it. So Tonya, any last minute tips that you're doing or have to say? I might have already asked you that, but
the only thing is I just say, just don't wait. You know, I know that we're approaching the year 2020. Success definitely leaves clues. They're giving us these Black Friday deals because they're prompting us to make sure we're moving our feet and we're not waiting. You know, we're going to say Happy New Year regardless. And then at the end of January, we're going right into conference. And what we don't want is to be kicking ourselves in the tail at conference, because we are so far away from maximizing anything that they put out there for us. So this is the time to really stay focused and grow our business right now. January 1st is not the time. It's now. It is right now, so that we can get ourselves in position to be ready if we don't pass out at conference for whatever.
Right.
throws at us. And if anybody has gone to conference, then you already know it's going to be something amazing. We may not snag everything that they put on the table, but we definitely want to be in position to take advantage of some of the things that they offer us. So now, move your feet now. If you're that person that was me being unorganized and you're spending these next month and a half saying, well, I'm going to be organized, so when 2020 comes, like, stop it and just go now. We can make whatever corrections we need to make along the way. We can fix anything that's not quite working the way that it needs to, but we just should not be in a holding tank ready to like bust through the gates January 1st. So that's my only nudge. Don't wait. Let's go today.
I love that, because you're hearing it from somebody else rather than me, because I know, like, I am going to drive people crazy because I know it every year. And so that is absolutely the best thing that we can do. And this call is knowing that, it's really go time when people think it's slow. Nope, they're going to unload a bunch of things to get us ready. And, are you going to be the one that's ready? Like, that's what I want for you. That's what Tonya wants for you. That's what everybody wants, is our teams just to be crushing it. So I appreciate you hopping on. There's people that come into your life that just push you to be a better person and bring out a little bit more. And Tonya's definitely one of those people that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. It's just sometimes we think we did it before and then we slack on it. Things didn't work or whatever, but it's a reminder that, man, we haven't done that in a while. We need to get back to that. So I appreciate that. I will always listen to what you have. Don't wait ever for me to do something, though. I think we're all our own individual leader, and you have the ability to do whatever you want. So don't wait for an upline or somebody to do something. You take charge. That was me. I was like, I'm going for it, with or without you. And that's what kind of attitude that I have. I would put the work in. So if you haven't yet, conference tickets still, you guys know that that's such an amazing event to get to fill your cup. Make sure you jump on the call at 9 tonight so that we can see what Pam has to say and get some tips from that. But we'll do another Zoom next Monday. I have a pretty good topic. I see people talking about like leadership, self-development. It might drive Joel crazy, but he does do a self-development morning 2 times a week. So if you want to be in that, 8:30 a.m., right, is when you do it?
Eastern, yeah.
Eastern time. And usually it goes from anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, but what a great thing to just listen to if you're going to work, if you're getting ready in the shower. He has the replays up in this. It's a Facebook page, and he can get you guys added into that if you just want a little extra leadership.
Just search It Works personal development page,
and he'll get you added. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. Happy Thanksgiving. I love you. I'm so thankful for you all. Thank you guys for praying for me and encouraging me as I go through what I'm going through. But I got this, and just slowing me down a little bit. Like, when I'm back, watch out. That's all I got to say is, like, this girl's going to be like 3,000%. So I just love you all.
Everyone smile.
Oh, smile. We're going to take a photo. Joel's like, smile. I should be tan. I live in Florida, but it was cloudy when I was there. I was like, what the heck? So Katrina, bring the sun back out when I come back down in a couple weeks. But have a great night, guys. I love you. I can't wait to see you again next week, Monday. See ya.
See ya. Thanks, Tonya. You were awesome.
See you guys later.